football. It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so it's day 2 here in Japan. Got a really exciting day planned as I'm going to the Yomiuri Giants game later on at the Tokyo Dome, so I'm very excited about that. But while we're here in Japan, I wanted to talk about somebody back home in South Florida. One of the true warriors of boxing, one of the true fighters in South Florida. There's certain fighters in boxing. You guys know this. There's certain fighters in boxing that it don't matter what the reason is. If I get any reason to make a video about them, I will take the opportunity to make said video about them. And this is no different, because in this particular video, we're talking once again about Eric Tudor. Eric Tudor from Fort Lauderdale, who signed a Golden Boy. He just recently had a really fun fight on the Jojo Diaz Mercitio Hesta card, and he fought Damani Kato Kane, a very slick, undefeated, switch hitting southpaw. Not the ideal opponent you would have wanted in your first fight with the new promotional company, but he got a cut. He faced some adversity. He did his thing. So he won that fight. He left an impression on a lot of people, made some fans that night, and definitely, put his name more so on the map in the boxing world beyond South Florida, right? But I saw this picture of Eric. There was this picture that surfaced on Instagram of Eric Tudor sparring with Erickson Lubin. Yes, that Erickson Lubin, the Hammer. One of the top contenders in the junior middleweight division. One of the top fighters in the junior middleweight division. I guess they sparred and they did some rounds at Stacey McKinley's gym, because I can tell by the background there in Stacey McKinley's gym. And I'm sure it was good work. Erickson Lubin's a good fighter for anybody at that level to spar with, because Erickson Lubin's got punch power in both hands. He's a southpaw. He's very experienced. He's been around the block, so to speak. He's challenged for world titles before. He's been in big fights. So I think that kind of experience for Eric is going to be invaluable moving forward. Because there's not many fighters you can fight or spar in the junior middleweight division that are much better than Erickson Lubin. So I'm looking very forward to see how Eric develops, man. I think Eric, when I think and I talk about the fighters back home in South Florida that I really like, and I'm really genuinely a fan of. If I didn't know Eric personally, I'd still be a fan of him, because I love the way he carries himself. I love the fact that he's just about his business. They got this very popular saying now that I hear on social media, people say, you got to stand on business. And for me, he's one of the fighters back home, and just young fighters in general, that is doing his part to try to stand on his business, which is to be the best fighter he can be. You saw in that last fight when he fought a southpaw, he seemed to get better with his range and his distance as the fight went on. He was able to really find a home for that straight right hand over and over again as the fight went on. And you saw why Bernard Hopkins, you saw why Oscar De La Hoya and the fine folks at Golden Boy are so high on this young man from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And truth be told, you guys know I like Ryan Garcia, but I'm not trying to throw shade at him. But honestly, Eric Tudor and Ryan Garcia kind of have a similar frame. Ryan Garcia should have watched Eric Tudor versus Damani Kato Kane before he fought Tank, and it might have actually served him well. But it is what it is. Eric's gonna be around for a long time. I want you guys to pay attention to him, follow his journey. I'm talking about him right now before he even becomes a big name in boxing. So, if you're watching my channel, you'll know who Eric is if you watch me on a video by video basis. But real good fighter, man. Real smart, explosive, entertaining, has this quiet confidence about him. You're not going to get a lot of words out of him as far as like him talking on Instagram or in his interviews, but trust me, they say that certain fighters they do the talking with the hands in the ring, and he's one of them. He's definitely one of them. So good to see him pushing along and getting that world-class sparring. I have no clue how the sparring went. I don't care to know how it went, but just seeing Eric being there with a top guy like Erickson Lubin is good enough for me to say that that's going to be good for his development and beneficial for his development and key for his development going forward in the professional ranks. So I'm gonna leave it at that. That's the news. Eric Tudor sparring with Erickson Lubin down there in South Florida. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this video, click right here and make sure you subscribe. Much love from sunny South Florida.